interesting one. INTU Properties. They basically own a lot of commercial property across the UK and I believe Spain, Trafford Centre in Manchester, Westfield, a lot of shopping centres like that. That's the game they are in. Okay, why is it catching my eye specifically? Well, they have earnings out on the 28th of July. Okay, so not long to go. Why are they catching my eye? Well, they took a hit on Brexit, fine. They've slightly recovered, but they've chopped around. Now, what is interesting is that Odey Asset Management are increasing their short position. Now, Crispin Odey made about, according to the media, about 220 million on the Brexit fall, so he's positioned short for it. He made money. He did have a short position opened in INTU Properties. However, since Brexit, he has been adding and increasing his short position, and he's now got about 3.8% shares short. Let me just double check that. He's got 2.76% of the total shares available short, and there's two fund managers who have got position short. The total is 3.81, but Odey himself, Odey Asset Management, has got 2.76%. Now, if we do some numbers on this to put this into perspective, and then we can see if there's a trade from this. Okay, there are 1.3 billion shares in issue, right? And he has 2.76%. So he has approximately 103 million shares value, should I say, pounds worth of shares short. Now, bearing in mind, this guy has got 10 billion under management, give or take, 10 billion pounds under management. That's about a 10% of his total assets short on this particular stock. And he's been adding to his short almost not every day, but pretty frequently since then. In July, he's added a little bit. He's basically added and all these pops up. So he's got this biggest short position yet. He hasn't taken it off the table when it's hit here. He is betting on a fall further, and he's got quite a significant position in it, 103 million pounds worth of short. So, do you know, what does that say about things? Well, you know what, he's probably done a lot of research. We've got earnings coming out on the 28th, so not long at all. He's been adding to his short after Brexit. This is quite a big position for him. It's actually his fourth largest short position, or his fifth biggest short position. You can't get into too much detail for which fund it is for, but it's over his whole company. So that's quite significant in itself. He's obviously got some reason that he's pushing the short on this. Where's the trade on this? You know what? I don't know. It's a bit of a gamble taking a short prior to earnings. You'd basically be gambling on them not coming good and coattailing Crispin Odey and his staff's analysis on this short. Or, you know, the vice versa trade of it. If it does rip to new highs after earnings, maybe he's going to be looking to cover. But he seems to have his finger on the pulse. So, you know, what's the trade idea from this? I'm undecided. I'm undecided myself. But I just thought I'd share that information with you and let you know. Big fund manager's got a decent size short position on this stock. Earnings are coming out soon. How do you play it? Not really convinced either way at the moment. Maybe something better will come to mind as we get closer to the date. But I think it's interesting nevertheless. Let's have a look technically very, very quickly. Technically we are down quite a bit from the highs. We're in a downtrend. It's very choppy. It's very thin. There's not much volume on it. Obviously the Brexit's taken a big slice out of it and we've tried to bounce back up. Bit of resistance here. But of course, you know what? When earnings come out, technicals aren't going to come into play whatsoever. So there we go. That's all out there. Crispin Odey, decent sized short position in INTU, results coming out on the 28th of July.